Good morning, this is Francesca Evans from LymeOnline, bringing you all the latest news from the Lyme Regis area. The official trailer for an upcoming movie based on famous Lyme Regis fossil hunter Mary Anning has been released this week. The trailer for Ammonite shows Oscar-winning actress Kate Winslet as the working-class paleontologist Anning and Saoirse Ronan as Charlotte Murchison, a privileged young woman sent to convalesce by the sea. Directed by Francis Lee, best known for his acclaimed debut God's Own Country, the movie will explore the themes of class and same-sex relationships, with the two women developing an intense bond. Ammonite was initially expected to be released earlier this year, but was delayed due to the coronavirus pandemic. Its release date has now been announced as November 13th. Areas of Lyme Regis were transformed into an 1840s set to film scenes last March, and residents will recognise many backdrops in the trailer, including the historic Cobb Harbour and fossil shop at Belcliffe. Here's a clip.
Don't like the water. What is it?
Cheap tourist fodder.
Beautiful.
It pleases me you struck up a friendship together.
What is it? Something? Nothing? I don't want to go back to the life I had before you. What about my life?
Lifeguards in Lyme Regis rescued a boy who was having a seizure in the water while bodyboarding last weekend. The RNLI lifeguards found the boy floating face down in the water, but he was still breathing. They were alerted by the boy's grandfather while carrying out routine patrols on Lyme Regis Beach. The guards administered oxygen and put the casualty in the recovery position to help maintain his airway. Lyme Regis lifeboat crew volunteer Mark Horton also helped at the scene and called the ambulance. The beach was closed and crowds cleared off to allow the air ambulance to land. A land ambulance also attended and treated the boy, who was said to be in a stable condition when they took over his care. The RNLI lifeguard supervisor said he was extremely proud of all those involved in the rescue. Lyme Regis Tourist Information Centre's office will close its doors permanently this afternoon. Dorset Council and Lyme Regis Town Council have said they are in active discussions about the future of a tourism service in the town, but the current office at Guildhall Cottage in Bridge Street will close today. The closure comes after Lyme Regis Town Council, which owns the building, terminated the lease with the Dorset Council-run Tourist Information Centre, as it plans to take over the space to expand its offices. Dorset Council then ran a public consultation on the future of the Tourist Information Centre, saying its preferred option would be to close the facility, costing £87,000 a year to run, and no longer provide a face-to-face service. A total of 1,128 people responded to the survey, showing overwhelming support for a continued face-to-face service. Many suggested the service should be run from the Jubilee Pavilion on Marine Parade instead. The two councils have said they are now holding discussions again over the future of the service. Tourism inquiries can still be made using the contact details shown on screen now. And now for sport. Competitive local football returned this week with a feisty clash between neighbours Lyme Regis and Uplyme in the annual pre-season match for the unique Bass bottle. The solid silver replica of one of Bass Charrington's most popular beers was presented to Lyme Regis 40 years ago by local resident Nigel Fortnum, who at the time worked for Bass South West. It has been traditionally played for as a pre-season friendly between the Seasiders and the Swallows. The games are always highly competitive, and Tuesday's match at Uplyme's Ven Lake was no exception. Uplyme are undergoing something of a rejuvenation, with two sides in the Perry Street League this season and a very young line-up. They made an explosive start to the game, opening the scoring with a goal in the first minute from Lorcan Hankin. Lyme pulled one back through Cam Fowler, but Uplyme were back in the lead within a minute from talented youngster Oscar Sladen. In a fiery second half, there was little between the two sides, and Lyme snatched the equaliser when Pete Peacock scored from close range in the final seconds of the game. The encounter ended with scuffles on the pitch, but tempers were soon calmed down. Lyme were relieved to have retained the Bass bottle, with Uplyme showing that they will be contenders for honours in the coming season. Lyme and Lyme Regis cricketers clinched their place in the playoffs of the Devon Mini League with another convincing victory over Honiton last weekend, the highlight of which was a knock of 96 from Mark Beattie in their score of 229 for 5. Sam Farrow was Lyme's best bowler, finishing with figures of 4 for 29. Tomorrow, Lyme play their final mini-league game away to Ottery St Mary and will be determined to finish their pre-playoff games undefeated. And finally, fans of the rock band Deep Purple are in for a treat next week when lead singer Ian Gillan will appear on community radio station Lyme Bay Radio. The rock star, who lives partially in Lyme Regis, will be interviewed on the online station's Finally Friday show between 4 and 6 p.m. on Friday, September 4th to discuss the band's new album, Whoosh. To celebrate, LymeOnline has joined forces with Lyme Bay Radio to offer one lucky winner 2 tickets to Deep Purple's European tour next year. You can find full details of the competition on the LymeOnline website. Thanks for watching LymeOnline's video news bulletins. You can catch up with all the latest local news throughout the week on the LymeOnline website, but in the meantime, have a great weekend.